Good morning, everyone. Hello, hello, and happy Friday. I think it's Friday.
It is indeed
The
Friday.
days are
Yes.
getting a little more distinguishable now. Now that I have things to do out in the world, it's uh,
Good
it's a little better to keep track of what day of the week it is. Good morning, Jeryl.
morning, Terry. It is, getting back into a routine. It really does help you keep a little better track. I now understand how retirees really get confused really easy, so I'm going to be way more compassionate with my demographics here in this region because it's a lot of retirees here, and you kind of giggle at them, at first, but I'm getting it now.
Absolutely. Good morning, Wendy, Etta, Deirdre, Tony, Sally, Luann, Becky. Hey, everybody. We're all here.
Good
Wendy, would you please share
morning.
it in the group? Because I didn't do that.
Hello,
Love
everybody. Good
groups.
morning.
Yeah, and please share, 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 share.
I have found you all now.
Right. Yeah, we have a gang here with us. Hi,
Uh,
everybody. Hi, Scarlett.
oh
Oh,
my gosh.
hi, everyone. Sherry Seymour's awake. Oh, good morning. Get your coffee. Cheers. Oh,
Uh,
you did share it already. Thank you, Wendy. You are so amazing. I just love you. And Carol Allen. Hi, everyone.
okay, let me get out of that.
Catherine Kovacs. Everybody's finding us. This is so great. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for always coming in with that morning smile and hug. It feels so good to sit around the table and have coffee with all of you, or tea, Wendy.
And good morning, Carrie and Sharon over in the UK. And
Hi, Carrie.
and Carol says, "I'm here but not quite awake."
Okay, me either. I'm not quite awake, but I had to wake up this morning. So here I am, and solar lights. I love that, Carrie. That's so cute. And Wendy has her tea. Yes.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
That is
So
great.
how's
And Becky
everybody?
says, cheers.
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 Yes. Cheers to everyone. I have my believe cup. That is the key, isn't it? Trust and belief.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And faith.
Yes. Well, we've been talking about numbers so much here on the show.
Uh-huh.
And I have this wonderful numerology deck. So I thought this morning I would pull a card for the whole group, everybody that's here. And I love the card that came up. This is it.
Okay.
Self love. Self
Absolutely.
love is what we got today. Number 61, which adds up to 7. Your life path, I believe, Geraldine.
It is indeed my life path and my soul urge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
I
self
love that number.
love, that is our what we're supposed to do today, guys. Self love, self care. So let's talk about that. What are
Oh,
you doing today to give yourself more self love and self care in your life?
ooh.
Oh, thank you, Carrie. I did a reading. I do full moon readings and new moon readings. I give a special price, and Carrie was on last night with me for an hour, and oh my God, it was amazing the things that came up for you. So yeah, I love doing that.
Hi, Sherry Gatewood, and Deirdre is with us, of course. Our lovely Deirdre.
Good morning. Good morning. So, if you came in just now, I just pulled a card for us from the numerology deck, and it was self love. Self love. I love that it's the Merkaba on there. That's what's
Uh-huh.
you all can
I
hopefully
do too. I love the Merkaba and Metatron.
yes. So
Yes.
self love, and the question is, what are you doing today to show yourself more self-love and self-care? Jeryl Ann, do you want to go with that?
Yeah, I think what I'm going to do, I don't know what I'm going to do today. I think I'm going to get inspiration from some of our answers here. Carol Allen says she's not pushing myself today. So she has a headache. So
Oh,
that is self-love, is to
that is a
say, okay, I don't feel real well. I'm gonna be with it, and I'm going to take care of myself. That is self-love. And I think maybe that's where I'm going to uh, be today, is
take
to
that as an
take care of
example.
myself. Yes.
Yeah.
I just want you to all know, if I start to get teary, I lost my second mom yesterday. She was like a second mom to me for over 35 years. And she passed yesterday. And I knew she was sick, but I wasn't expecting it. So I'm just feeling a little weepy. This has kind of taken me by surprise, but I wanted to be here because you all lift me up so much. So I think for my self-care today, I'm just going to allow myself to grieve and be with it and go from there. So I'm sorry. It just hits me. It's so weird. I haven't had this happen to me and I can't remember when.
Never apologize for your emotions and just take in all of the love that you know comes from
Oh,
every one of our hearts.
oh, I know.
Julianne,
Look at all
yes.
that.
And
Thank you
Becky,
so
it's
much.
okay to release it. We got you. And yes, we do have you in our hearts. We have you in our arms, and we're lifting you up. That's what everyone's doing right now, is just lifting you up.
I
So
see
just
that. Thank you
take it into
so
your heart.
much. You have no idea how much I'm grateful for that.
Take it
I
into
need
your
it.
heart.
Terry says, do you want to do the show? And I'm like, yeah, I need to do it today. I need to be here with y'all. You're like my family. It's kind of like, because there won't be a memorial, because of the COVID. Um, and so there's, normally we're so I can now understand and have compassion for all of those that have lost their loved ones and couldn't come together and grieve. And it's her sons luckily were here from New Jersey. They got here in time and they were able to be with her when she passed. And it they won't be doing a memorial or anything else because it's just not, with the social distancing, it's just not possible right now. So um you know I I'm learning compassion for what everyone has gone through. I have had a kind of a head thought of it up till now, but I didn't understand it in my heart because I hadn't experienced it. So I think it also is, it's a way for me to have a deeper compassion for others right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
thank you,
And we
Becky.
love
Thank
you
you,
so much.
everyone.
Yes, there's lots of love going
I
on.
know.
Keep sending it, guys.
Okay, let's get back to the whole self-love, self-care thing,
And
okay? I'm sorry for
absolutely,
railroading
don't
this.
apologize. No apologies necessary. Um, okay, so what are people doing for self-love for you today? And we read Carol Allen's. Becky is going to a crystal shop today. She's so excited.
Wow.
Self-love is buying myself crystals. And
Yeah.
it is, our crystals help us so much, don't they? I love mine. I get them out and play with them every so often.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wendy
Yeah,
says
that's a
sit in the garden and listen to my water fountain. It's a glorious sunny day.
ooh,
And Gerald Ann, you know the power of that. And you have a water fountain out in your meditation garden.
I
So
do.
that's a great one coming from Wendy to to really sit with that energy of the
Yeah.
water because it is so healing.
You know what else I'm going to do today? And Sam, my husband, he is such a good guy. We have been preparing, we've had gardens and that, and we let him go for a couple of years. And he rototilled the garden and it's all ready. So I'm going to plant some plants and get my finish planting my tomatoes. So I'm going to play in the dirt and just ground myself.
There you
And
go.
with one passing comes a new birth, a new life of plant and food and nourishment. And yeah, that'll be good. Oh, and Carrie, this is a really good one. She says, I am letting go of all that does not serve me or the greater good. Yes, I like that. That is self love.
It sure is. And let's see, who else was
Oh,
doing?
Sally. Can you read Sally's? Do you see hers?
There's a lot of
I
comments.
know. Sally says, I
Um,
am meditating on self love today and then spending the day creating products. Awesome.
yes. So who else is doing? Oh, I saw Catherine Kovacs. It got a unicorn bomb, so she's going to. She had treated myself and bought a unicorn bath bomb today. I love that, and we're going to be talking about unicorn energy. I believe it's 3 o'clock this afternoon. Um, we, meaning Enlightened World Network. So Ruth, Deb, and I will be on discussing unicorns today. Calista was supposed to be with us, but she has another event going on. So she'll start next Friday with us talking about the elemental energy. And
Wow.
let's see, who else is doing something? Come on, guys. What are you doing for self love today?
I love it. Becky says, my first self love was coffee. Good start. Yes,
Oh,
absolutely.
absolutely. Um, and I was able to drink my coffee this morning. Normally, when I have a doctor's appointment with this is my primary family physician. I can't have anything because they draw blood work. But today, I'm just going in and I can drink my coffee. Uh, Carol Allen, I needed help yesterday, so I asked Archangel Metatron for help. In minutes, I solved the problem. Isn't Metatron amazing? Oh,
Yes.
he's such a powerful energy. I'm going to be teaching about the angels on Sunday, and he's one of my favorites. So come learn all of his, everything about him and how you can get closer to him.
Thank you, Bev. Bev is, I think, I don't know that I recognize your last name, Bev, Romanik. And she said, don't ever apologize for showing emotion. It's a sign of strength, not weakness, depth, not shallowness, heart, not hate. Rejoice. Bev, thank you. That actually, that is really beautiful how you said that. I've
Mhm.
heard the first part, but all the rest I've never heard anyone put it that way before. And
Beautiful.
that is really beautiful. Thank you.
And welcome,
So,
Bev. I
yeah.
don't think I've ever seen the name either, but we're so glad you're here as
Yeah.
part of our Angelic River family. And Wendy, I know you're still here. Can you just type in the name of our group into the comments so people can see that and go join our group if you're not already a member? And if you are, I apologize that I don't recognize your name. We've got quite a few members now.
Yeah.
We're so happy that we are family and we come together every morning here. If this is your first time, welcome.
Yeah. And thank you, Becky. Yes, you did put a smile on my face.
Oh, it's
Um, Sharon Boyle said, I had a self love day yesterday. Joined Diane and company in the playground where I laid down on my bed as it was cool in there with the breeze on me. Then I sat in the sun for a while watching the trees. Just a sec, I have to go back up. Then I watching the trees and plants in the breeze and listening, opening my toes so it could get in there. Then I had a shower to clean me, then a long bath. Then I went to the local shop and then relaxed watching some Netflix. So after this, I need to get on with some housework before the children come back as too hot to work in the garden. Oh,
yeah.
what
Oh,
a great day.
that is wonderful. And what
Yeah.
she's referring to is 9:30 every morning on EWN Enlightened Living. Diane Allison Beiersdorfer does a show, Come to the Playground. So you can join in with her at 9:30 Eastern Time because she's on there and it's a wonderful show. Highly recommend that show with her. And
Absolutely.
Wendy said, yesterday I went to the garden center with my husband, bought a few shrubs, a butterfly tree mobile, and tall bronze wood spinner. I bet that's awesome,
Oh,
Wendy.
they're beautiful. I saw pictures and they're beautiful. And Scarlett says today she may sunbathe and read. I love doing that, and it gives us that good vitamin D, which we really need too.
It
So
sure does.
that's
And
a
Andy
great one.
Taylor says, I'm continuing in choosing actions to honor the highest and greatest good for me and my boys, and having courage and clarity on how to do this. And when it's time to cut ties on things or ones just not serving. Carrie and I had that discussion last night when I was doing her session. And sometimes you do have to step away. Sometimes you have to distance yourself from someone who is not on the same vibration as you. I call it not being in alignment, and their energy is going to affect your energy.
Hmm.
So it's a matter of discerning and saying, do I want to stay? Maybe it's drama. Do I want to stay caught up in this drama? Or do I choose peace? Do I choose to distance myself as much as it might hurt? I've distanced myself from some relationships that were really, really powerful, close relationships, but it got out of alignment because of things like drama or control issues. Just go inside and just feel into that energy, because we need to be our highest and best self right now. We need our frequency to vibrate as high as it can, because it's so important, especially in today's world where there's so much of the low vibration that's going on. We need to have, us light workers need to have our energy vibrating as high as it can to add to that collective vibration. So any of that darkness that is there, we offset that with our light. So just look at relationships, and if it's something that, like Angie, like you were saying, if it's something that's not serving you and it's only bringing you down, bringing your energy down, your emotions down, then look at it and say, well, maybe I need to step away. And it may not even be a permanent stepping away. I've done that too, where I distance from someone, and then later on, we talk and found out that we were in alignment. Everything was feeling really good, and so we talk again. So it's not that it has to be a permanent distancing, but just look at the vibrations of those around you and see if it matches, and or if it's just something that you need to step away from and separate from.
Deirdre says, I loved myself enough to make it here this morning. Just feeling this whole black men police murder drama. There's a lot going on here in the States. I don't know. For those of you who are out of the country, there's a lot going on. And and Deirdre, I certainly understand your compassion and your feelings. I actually, you had mentioned it yesterday. I started researching that a bit to see because I don't watch the news at all.
Either.
And so today, let's lift everybody up. That is one thing we can do as light workers, is we see those things. I know I can't physically go there and make a difference, but I can make a difference with my heart. I can make a difference with my energy. I can make a difference with my prayers and my intentions to lift everyone up, and just try to look at it from a higher dimension, a higher consciousness. As Teri said many times, we're all in this movie, and we all have our movies to play out at this time. And I don't necessarily understand why this is happening, but there is a reason for it. So the best thing I know I can do is to pray and to really put intention out there for a healing of that situation. And thank you, Deirdre, for coming and showing up and being here with us, because I know this is really, really touching your heart and causing you pain in your heart right now. I understand that.
Yeah, we're
So
holding you up and holding the family up of the person
yeah,
that happened to.
yeah.
We have Melanie Bosch. I hope I'm saying that right. And good morning and welcome
Good
to
morning.
Coffee Conversation. And she says, self love for me today is sitting my grandchildren, such precious time with some of my favorite souls in my life. playing and connecting with my inner child.
Wow.
So beautiful, Melanie. Welcome and thank you for being with us this morning. And Diane's with us. Good morning, Diane. Ah,
Now
and
look at all
Hope.
these comments.
Hope just came in, and Mary Ann,
Yeah.
and
Good morning, Hope and Marianne.
Wusa, Wolga, Philemon, Matthias. I love that. Good morning.
And Diane is with us. Good morning. Our lovely Diana.
Gosh, my friend Moses is here. Hi, Moses Landon. Thank you for coming on to coffee. And Moses says we are co creating unity consciousness through a human experience full of self love, free of judgment, and abundant in creative energy. Many of us are going through major personal shifts as we build our new earth. So, for self love today, I plan to connect with plant spirit. Plants nourish our body, mind, and soul. And there you go, Jeryl Ann. You said you were going to go out and work in your garden and play
Yeah.
with the earth. Thank you, Moses, for that wisdom.
You.
Moses has so much shamanic energy. He's an angelic shamanic healer and has been with us at Enlightened World to present to us before and hopefully again in the future. Just wonderful, beautiful energy from our brother here in South Florida.
Angie said she just watched the animation trolls with her boys and had a good laugh. Laughter is probably one of the best forms of self love because it releases all those good endorphins in your body and all those good chemicals, and it really raises your vibration and your immunity system. So, to me, that's one of the greatest forms of self love that we can give ourselves.
Yeah, it sure is.
Okay.
Angie Taylor says, yes, it's been an interesting ride the last few months, to say the least. I had a car accident before going to a workshop. I thought it was a test to rise and still go, but in deeper and deeper discernment and a few attacks, it might have even been a warning after all. All is perfect as I know, and all will serve me in the end. I love your attitude, Angie, and I love your power of discernment as well and being open to what's possible and what's out there. So thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that.
And Carrie Klingon Butcher said, I had to end a 10-year friendship. You didn't read that one, did you?
No.
Okay, good. I'm sorry. I got a little distracted there for a minute. I didn't want to repeat something you had done. And she said it was hard, but it had to be done. And that is also a form of self-love, is to step away from some of those relationships that maybe aren't for your highest good. And it can be very painful because there's women who and children and spouses and that who become abused, but it's very difficult sometimes to step away from it because even though it might be negative, it's what we know. And we justify and all types of things. So Carrie, that kudos on having the courage and the strength to walk away from something that wasn't for your highest good, as Teri was talking about earlier. That's why
Yeah.
I asked if you had read it, because you really have addressed that this morning.
Yes, absolutely. And Carrie's other comment was, and tell them, because sometimes people don't know how they're affecting us. And it's not always easy to say those words. But what I have used as I've stepped away from a few relationships is, I can't get caught up in drama. I have to do this for myself. And that's what I always say. This is for me. This is my life that I have to protect my energy and I have to keep my vibration as high as possible. So I just need time and distance. And that's what I do when I have to distance myself from someone. And Tony says, if we all send love at the same time, maybe it can help.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
I
And
agree.
it
I think,
does help. We do that every day, and we know that it raises the vibration.
and good morning, Diane Deagle. Hi, how are you this morning? It's nice to see you here with us. uh, Wow. And Angie said after the accident, then we had the fires. Angie is in Australia, and then COVID. So many things that have made me stronger in stepping through fears with trust. Yeah, you really have had over in Australia with all those fires and then the COVID on top of it. That's a serious lesson in trust and love that you're having. Do you see Sally's there?
I do, but I wanted to read Moses, which is
Oh,
just
okay. I
there.
missed
It says,
it.
Archangel Ariel and Saint Hildegard of Bingen invite us to meditate on self love through flora. And interesting because in the reading last night, Archangel Ariel came through very strongly. So there you go, my dear Carrie. There's your confirmation that Ariel is the one that's working with you. I love Archangel Ariel. And Sally says, I have learned to allow myself to feel the energy of each moment. And when it feels darker, I simply ask the darkness to leave, and it usually does. We can learn to love ourselves to such a degree that we can remain in a positive light easier.
Yeah.
Yeah. For those of you that came in late, I'll hold the card up again. This is from the numerology deck, and it's self love, and that's what we're discussing today is how are you showing self-love and self-care to yourself today? What are you going to do? What are some things, some ideas? Because we learn from each other. So if you have an idea for self-love and self-care, that helps us to say, yeah, I can do that too. So thank you for coming in. And those of you that are jumping in there, I see Rita, Angie.
Julie. Julie Kiss is with us. And good morning, Rita. I don't know that I've seen you with us before. So if it's your first time, welcome to the Coffee and Conversation. We are the Angelic River family. And it's nice to have you here with us. And Julie, I hope all is well up there in New York.
Yeah, me too. And Carrie says, love, light is being shown on the darkness. It's ugly and needs to be exposed so we can fix this and love each other on the soul level, not the surface level. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's why you would speak up to someone. Maybe, like I said, maybe they don't even know that they're putting out such a low vibration, or that person in your life, because I know probably most of us have encountered this, that person that's constantly spewing the judgment talk and the hatred against others. You know, my father was one of those, and he was constantly just putting others down and talking. He was a racist, and so he was talking just very negative talk. And I always say it, I don't know why I didn't, I wasn't more affected by that in my own life, but I was very accepting of anyone, didn't matter what color they were, what nationality they were. So yeah, when you're around people though that's spewing that, it's like this constant barrage of attack on you when you're a light worker, especially because you just cringe at that. I know I do.
Yeah.
I can't stand to be with people that are just constantly putting others down and talking about all the wrong that there is in the world. And so we can put energy out there. You know, maybe you're not comfortable saying something to them verbally, but you can send those love arrows their way and
Yeah.
let your energy offset that negative that's coming through.
Carol Allen says, I think it is happening, the black thing that we were speaking of, that Deirdre brought up. I think it is happening to have us Caucasians accept that we are all humans, not black, white, red. We are not superior to others. I think race is man made. I sometimes check the other box for race and write in human.
Oh, I
I
love
love that,
that.
Carol.
I
Yeah.
love that idea. Yes.
And Wendy's replying to Carol said, Carol Allen, there is no race in the next life. I love that.
Yes. And Angie, no, no drama. I don't want no drama.
This is beautiful. Wendy says, I always say, don't look at the color of the face, look at the color of the heart. Wow. That should be a sign. That should be a meme that is put out on Facebook right now and everywhere. That's beautiful, Wendy.
Yeah. Did you see Sherry's? It goes right along with that.
Uh huh. She said, I had a friend many years ago who always wrote in human under race and taught his kids to do the same. Yeah. Wow.
Absolutely. And Diane, thank you. She says, I love this
Yeah.
program. Me too. And Jeryl, this
Yeah.
makes our morning when we come on here. Thank you, beautiful souls, for being with us.
And it's all about lifting each other up. And that's what we do. And when we started this, it was about raising our vibration and to not be caught up in the fear. And now it's still about that, but it's also about raising our vibration because of what we've been going through and all of the things that we're all going through, and keeping each other wrapped in love and keeping our vibration high, and also honoring each other when we are grieving, when we are feeling scared or sad or whatever that emotion might be. So we've become, for me, I honestly, I couldn't wait to get here this morning because I just needed all of you and your love. And I am so grateful to you, to Teri. I'm grateful to Teri for starting this all in the first place. This is her baby,
Thank
and I'm grateful to be a part of it.
you.
Yeah.
So glad you're here with me. And let's say goodbye to Carrie. She has to go off to
Hi,
work.
Teri.
Bye, darling. I love you so much, Carrie. And Rita Code, I'm so glad you're with us. She says, thank you. I need this so much. Yeah, we all do. We all need this. And Angie Taylor says, soul to soul healing is so powerful. And I want to address that because, we mentioned if you can't use your voice to say something to someone that's putting out low vibration energy, you can talk to their higher self. And I do this all the time. I raise my vibration, get in connection with my higher self, and then I talk to their higher self on that level. So if you're not comfortable using your voice to speak up to somebody that's really affecting your energy in a negative way, just go to their higher self and just communicate on that level. And that is a soul to soul healing that happens when you do that. We are all spirit. So we have that ability. We have the ability to, at any point, have that soul connection where we can reach others. We do it every day here on this show. We all bring love into our hearts and raise our frequency, and then we send love to each other. It's the same process when you want to communicate one on one with somebody. Raise your vibration there and then ask to speak with their higher self. And it's a wonderful way to get that message to them because it does affect their energy. You all see how it affects us every day when we send love. So
Yeah.
do the same thing. If you have someone that you would love to say something to and send them some positive energy, just do that one on one. And you'll see it does make a difference.
Does. And good morning, Jordan De La Rosa. That's Sally and Tony's daughter. It's so nice to see you with us this morning. And Diane Deagle says, I jump on my bed and deep breathe for 15 minutes of gratitude and Thanksgiving. Wow.
Awesome.
That's fun. I like the idea of jumping on the bed. That's
I
kind of
love
like letting your inner child come out, right? That's so
that.
cool.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All righty.
Yeah, and I love Sally's comment. All race is being replaced by one united race, a coalition of all. And let's set
Absolutely.
that intention. Intention is very powerful. So we can all, how many are we? We're 28 people. We can all set that intention and send out that energy because it does affect the whole collective that's on Earth.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And Marianne O'Hare is with us. Good morning, Marianne. Lovely to see you here. Okay. And Wendy is sending out love and light. I
Oh,
love
thank
that.
you. And
Yeah.
Susan Francis is here, Cheryl
Hi,
Ann.
Susie. Hi, how are you, honey? She's my Mississippi River sister.
She
Yeah.
says she's up early to
Yeah.
take
I
the hubs to work.
Yes, she's in the central time zone, so this is early for her. This is an hour earlier for her, and we grew up together. My mom worked for her dad, so she had wonderful parents. I just loved them. They were my family.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so cute. Diane says, "No more monkeys jumping on the bed." One of my favorite books. Love the bed jumping idea. And I think Carol Allen said that would be a great playground idea. I'm pretty sure that's what she was
Oh
referring to.
yeah. Jumping on the bed. I love that. I used to jump on the bed when I was a kid. And about probably about 12 years ago, I used to play darts, competitive steel tip darts in one of my lifetimes. And we had some friends over. There was a competition we were all going to. And one of my friends was this beautiful Jamaican lady who had no filter, no boundaries. And about 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, she bursts into the bedroom and she proceeds to jump up and down on our bed. Good morning, good morning. Time to get up. Eggs and bakey. I'm like, what the heck? But it was fun because it got us into already a joyful moment that early in the morning. And you all know me, I'm not a morning person. So this was like, okay. But jumping on the bed is fun. And I love that. And we
Oh,
always got in trouble for doing it too in our house as growing
yeah.
up.
Oh, yeah. So did we. And Jean Lorio, good morning. She says, "So nice to be here. Missed you all." Well, Jean, we missed
Oh,
you too.
Jean, we sure
So
did. I just
here.
typed in that it's prayer request time. So, Jean,
Yes.
you're right in time to tell us what any prayer requests are that you might have.
Okay. And today we need to get him in because Terry needs to go to the doctor. So,
Yes, I have a doctor's
um,
appointment early this morning. So, I'll be leaving pretty quickly after the show. And we're also, for those of you that came in a little later, we're talking about self love. And the question is, what are you doing today to show yourself more self love and self care?
and I am putting in, good morning, Barbara. It's so good to see you this morning. I am putting in Fran Mara, who just passed yesterday, and all of her family. She has the most beautiful family, and all of us friends of hers that were her family here in Florida. So please add her in, all of them into your
Absolutely.
prayers.
Yes, we will do that. And anyone else that you all want to put into the circle, and let's remember Jeryl Ann's foot, which I think is easing
Hey,
up a little bit
better.
on the pain.
It's
Yeah.
season up. Yeah, thank you. And also Terry for her eye.
Yeah,
She
it,
went. Do you want to give them a quick update,
well,
Terry, while
it
they're
was an
putting them in?
infection, which I was pretty sure that it was. And so he gave me antibiotics and told me to keep doing the warm compresses. And yeah, it feels a little bit better today, but it's still yucky. The drainage makes it like um, glued
Oh,
together when I wake up in the morning. So thank you, Wendy. I appreciate that. And thanks, Joanne, for bringing that up and asking about it.
yeah. Thank you, Wendy, for your prayers. And also, Jean, my heart goes out to you. She said her dog died Wednesday. So I would like a little love. He is so joyful now.
Yes,
And we're not sending you a little, we're sending you a lot. When I've lost my fur babies, it's one of the most difficult things I've ever been through. So I understand and so does Terry. In fact, many of us here have been through that. I would say the majority of us here. So we're all lifting you up, Jean. Absolutely. It's hard. It's really hard.
it's really hard. I lost two of mine last year. So
Yeah.
I understand that pain.
Yeah.
And
Um,
Wendy's putting in, I'm sorry, when you
oh, go
specifically
ahead. Go
said
ahead. Go ahead.
Matthews is what Wendy put in.
Yeah. Also, Sally is, I'm putting in the people of Minneapolis today for peace, calm, and love to prevail. This is back to the issue, the racial issue, and that's what's going on there. So, yes, we definitely want to lift up. not only in Minneapolis, but across the globe, because this is going to spark across the country, and has been. So, uh, we definitely want to lift everyone up in that. And that is one of the things that we can do to make a difference as light workers. Um,
Absolutely.
yeah.
And
And
Diane is asking for prayers for her father and her family. We're facing some end of life decisions. Those are never easy
they're
to do.
not easy. And Deirdre says the families of those affected by that incident here. So, um, oh, okay. And Carol Allen says prayers for her fur baby, Deanie. He is limping today and not sure why. Yeah.
Absolutely. And Etta, kindly pray to heal the world and for our Mother Earth. Also, prayers for all of us to be happy, healthy, and life to be a little better. I love that prayer.
Yeah.
Thank you, Etta, for that.
And Sherry Seymour says peace and harmony for Minnesota and the whole world. Yes, absolutely. Uh, yeah. And Barbara says hugs, Jean. Yeah. This is what I love about this group is everyone lifts everyone up, and we
Absolutely.
all come with our own heartaches and our pains, and we're all here to soothe and infuse lots of love and compassion into those pains. So, uh, and Sally says this is being brought to the table so we can see it for what it is. Time to clean it up and move it out. I couldn't agree
Absolutely.
more. I
Yeah.
couldn't agree more.
Yeah. So keep putting in your prayer requests and thank you. Thank you for being such compassionate souls that you think of others and that we do lift each other up with our love. That's what we do. That's how we give and how we receive the love back is by giving it out. Yes, and Sherry said that the incident is heavy on her heart as well. So yeah, let's clear some of the heaviness from the heart today. I have a treat for you all. I'm going to play just a little bit of Angel Grace before the meditation or as we go into the meditation. If you're
Lovely.
not familiar with Angel Grace, it's a singing bowl. It's called a Buddha bowl that I've had for a few years, and I used to play it every day on my gratitude happy hour. So I'm going to play her for just a minute as we go into meditation. Meet Angel Grace, and she's a beautiful sound that will go right into our heart chakra and will help us to release any of the sadness, any of the energy that's low vibration that's being held in there.
Yeah.
And Sally, prayers for grandson who is having a root canal today. Oh, those are no fun, especially for a kid.
And Diane Deagle, I want to just quickly, I'll read it quick. A short history of my life so you can get to know me. Married at 21, 9 kids later, 9. Knew they were, I loved, and they have been. First husband died 8 years ago. Second husband died 6 months ago. 2 hip replacements and much more. So please pray for me and my family. Absolutely. Wow, that's a lot, Diane. And you are certainly in our heart and in our prayers. Yeah, yeah.
Beautiful.
I know. Angel Grace. I haven't heard Angel Grace in so
I
long.
played her last night on Thankful Thursday with Karen Palmer, and Karen did the most
Oh,
beautiful meditation last night. Oh my gosh, it was so awesome. If you all didn't catch that, go watch that replay of Thankful Thursday, Gratitude Happy Hour, because it really lifted us all up when she did that meditation and
yeah.
guided us into that. And Angel Grace played beautifully.
Awesome.
She
We'll
was
have
so
to go
happy
listen.
to get attention again. And
Yeah.
she just called to me yesterday and it was a spontaneous thing. I as Karen was singing and meditating, I just got up and got her and she joined in with the beautiful energy.
Awesome. And good morning, Barb Niederkorn. Hello. Hello. And Sally must have seen it because she said, loved it.
Sally
Oh,
was there. Yeah.
yeah. I'm going to have to watch that today.
Yeah. Okay. So
Are we ready? We want to get you out on time
I
today, Terry,
know. So
because you've got your doctor's appointment.
let's see if Angel Grace is ready to get us going into that meditation. So as I play it for just a minute, just focus on your breath and start taking in a deep breath inside. Take the breath into your heart center. Take another deep breath in. Feel your heart chakras start to open up with the sound healing. And now listen. Listen as you breathe in. What's coming into your heart? What's opening up to be let go of? Because as you open space in there, it allows anything that's low vibration to come out as the high vibrating energy flows right to the deepest part of your soul. Now take another deep breath in, and let's give some self-love. Right now, just go into the energy of I love you and say that to yourself. Breathe in the white light coming directly from Source, from God, and just let that light come into your heart, expanding it even more. Let Kuan Yin pour that love into your cup inside your heart. There's a lot of heaviness in the hearts today, so let's clear some of that. Breathing the love in there. Unconditional love coming from God. Let's pour that into our own hearts right now. Seeing others in their perfection, seeing them as the spirit that we're all connected with. Just loving everyone because we are them and they are us. There is no separation. So the more you can feel the closeness and feel the connection, it drives out the low vibration. Feel that heart with compassion coming from Kuan Yin. Compassion for all of those who are suffering, for all of those who are still in their darkness. And we're not going to judge them. We're not going to criticize them. We're just going to send love. Love is the energy that heals. If we get caught up in the judgment and in the criticism, it brings more darkness forward. And we want the light to shine. We want the light to expose the dark so that it can come up to be healed. So another breath in, opening up your heart center to love, bringing in compassion for yourself right now, loving yourself, healing those wounds inside your heart, anywhere where there's a tenderness from loss, from hearing and seeing things happen that are outside of ourselves, that brings up energy to be healed inside of us. So let's let the healing take place. Let's let any judgmental thoughts be healed by forgiveness. And as we bring in that energy of love, there's a lot of emotional release. So I feel a lot of you with that heaviness now, looking at it and saying, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you, and letting it go, really letting that energy go from your heart so that the only thing that's in there is love, love and compassion, and wanting the very best in the world that we live in. Let's lift up humanity all over the world to really receive this energy. Let's talk to the higher selves of everyone on that higher level to receive the energy of love, of openness, seeing the equality of all of us. There are none higher than or lower than. No one is better than anyone else. There is no entitlement. We are all the same. We are all worthy. Feel into your worthiness right now. Let's heal that place inside where there's anything that says that you're not enough. Let's let that go. Let go of the old beliefs, the old paradigms. Let go of competition. If it feels like there's someone that does the same thing you do or that presents themselves more than you do out in the world, let go of any competition. You're the same as that person. You are seen just as much as they are. So put the focus back on the light, back on what's inside of you, and let yourself be seen. Let your voice be heard. Do this on the soul level. That's the only place that's important. These human bodies are so temporary. And as we look at our life that we're living here, it's just a second in the whole scheme of the universe. So give some love to yourself while you're here in this minute time on earth. Give yourself that love and that self-care and that openness to spirit, letting God work through each of us. That's why we're here, is to open that up in the world, to shine our light out, that unconditional light of love, seeing us reflected in others. Anything that we're seeing that's hurting us, that's coming up to be healed for the collective, but coming up to be healed inside of each of us first. And now let's call in the angels, calling in Raphael for some really deep healing in our hearts today. So breathe in deeply now. Breathe right into that heart center. Touch your heart center, because that's going to bring that focus even more into you. And let's let Raphael touch any raw place right now, any place that's hurting, any place where you see you want change to happen. Let that change start inside of you. Ask Raphael to heal anything in you that's unlike love, anything in you that judges or criticizes, or that shrinks back and doesn't allow your light to shine. There's no more playing small. We're all in this. We're all here to shine our lights brightly. So if it's dimmed by any low vibration, it's not shining as brightly as it can into the world. So let's do that clearing right now. If there's any place inside, just take a moment and ask Archangel Raphael to heal that. Please heal any place inside of me that judges others, any place inside of me that criticizes myself, that criticizes other people. Please heal any place in my heart where I don't feel worthy of love, where I don't feel worthy of being seen and acknowledged. Help me to let go of that. Help me let go of insecurities. Help me see myself as God sees me, as important. I matter. Everyone, say that to yourself right now. I matter. And then breathe that in. Keep breathing that in. That sense of being exactly where you are supposed to be, doing what you're supposed to do. You are a spark of the divine. Let your light shine out as that. And all of those who have been caught up in some negativity from those around them, maybe it's family members, maybe it's uh, friendships that have gotten out of alignment. I want us to do some protection today of our energy. So I love something that I just heard recently, and I'm using that now every day. Just envision that you're sitting inside of a disco ball, and that disco ball is spinning all around you, and it's shining light and reflecting the light on the outside of your human body. And just let that light reflect away anything that's low vibration. Let it clear the space around you where you are. And you're so protected because you're sitting in the white light right in the center of it. And you know that the angels have you. You know that God's light is shining on you to keep you lifted up, to keep your frequency and your vibration high. So protect your energy all day today by using that visualization. You're in the center. You're right where you're supposed to be. And anything that's low vibration is moving away from you, moving away from your energy field so it can't touch you, it can't affect you. Breathe that in again. Really feel the protection coming in from the angels. Archangel Raphael is still right there with you. Archangel Michael is helping to breathe in that love, bringing in the light. Archangel Gabriel is helping with discernment so that we can all see the energy around us. And Archangel Uriel is helping ground us and balance us today, helping us to know what's the best thing for us to be in that center of balance. Maybe it is being with plant energy, talking to the trees, hugging a tree, playing in the ground and in your gardens, holding that energy in your hands. Just go get a handful of leaves on a tree and just hold it as it's there on the tree and feel into that connection, into that energy, and say thank you. Thank you for bringing me this balance in my life and this energy in my life. Hear the message that the trees give, that the grass gives, that Mother Earth is sending up to us, telling us how loved we are. And now let's send out energy back to Mother Earth, energy of love. Just send it down into Earth, letting our mother know that we're holding her with a big hug. We're wanting the best for our mother. And now let's ask for any of these prayer requests, anything that's been put in our circle today. Let's lift that up, lifting up each one that has a heavy heart, anyone who suffered a loss, anyone who's in pain. We lift up our dear Jeryl Ann for the hurt that's there in her heart. Anybody who suffered a loss, in your life right now. Let's lift you up. Let's lift up the families of those who are recently passed. And let's ask for any of those that are left behind where their loved one has left their human body. Let's ask them to really feel their essence, to feel their energy as it comes closer and closer to you. And we ask our beautiful angels that we called in to take all these prayer requests and take them directly to Source, to God, asking for them to be blessed and covered in white light. Let's take just a moment to reflect on those prayer requests. We saw many of them that were typed in, and now we're just thinking about the ones that were spoken out loud, and any that are in your heart, whatever is there for you, whatever needs to shift inside of you, let's let that shift happen. So let's take another moment. I'm going to play Angel Grace as the prayer requests are being handled for their best and highest good. Let's just listen as God takes our prayer requests. And I'm hearing the words, it is done. It is done. All of those prayer requests were sent. We don't have to hold on to them any longer. They're not ours to have. They were ours to feel the compassion and to bring them forward. And now they've been covered in God's light. So thank you. Thank you, all of you who lent your energy to do this. Thank you for letting go and trusting that God has them. The angels have all already seen the fruition of the answers to each of those prayers, and whatever is for the best and highest good of those that we lifted up, and to each of us. And thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I'm so glad, Jeryl, that you made it back for the end.
Yeah,
Um,
me too.
yeah, so let's do our heart telephone and really send love to each other today. The hearts were very tender. And as we did the clearing in there, I felt a lot of release, a lot of emotional release that came forward. So let's put some love right into those heart centers by giving it to each other. So we start with one person. Just envision one person on your left, and you're going to just say those words, I love you, to that person. I love
I
you.
love you.
Breathe that love out and then breathe it back into your heart. Oh, awesome. I love this. It feels so yummy, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
And now, on the count of three, let's give it to each other. Let's give a thank you and an I love you. So, one, two, three. Thank
Thank
you.
you. I love
Love
you.
you. I love you all so much. Oh,
I do too.
thank
Thank
you for
you.
staying with us through that prayer. I love that you all are always here to lend your energy.
That was beautiful. Thank you so much, Terry. I needed that today.
You're so welcome.
Yeah.
And Angel Grace was very happy to be able to participate in our meditation this
Awesome.
morning.
Awesome.
So I have to run off to the doctor. 9 o'clock, Mira Rubin will be on, and 9:30, Diane will be on with the playground, and 1 o'clock, I will be on giving angel messages. that are translated into Spanish by the beautiful Lily Ortega. So join us at 1 o'clock today. And 3 o'clock, we'll be talking about elemental energy. We have a full day, but I wanted to see Deirdre. I've forgiven that officer that killed Floyd. He knew not what he did.
Yeah.
Weeping. Me too, Deirdre. Thank you. Thank you. You know, the forgiveness is such a beautiful energy, and it does heal you when you do that. So I'm so happy you did that.
And stay safe out there, Teri.
Yes, thank you for that. Definitely, there's the traffic is picking up more and more every time I go out. It's
Yeah.
huge. I only have to drive like 5 minutes, so I'm
Good.
good.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cheryl. Sharon, yes. And yes, we will be at 11 a.m. Our group will be meeting at 11. So uh,
Thank you all.
thank you
All
all.
right. So
Okay. Bye, everybody.
I love you. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
I see my angel baby.
Yeah.
Oh, my
She's,
sweet angel.
yeah. That's why I had to get up. They were barking to go out.
Hi, Angel. I love you. She's right outside the window behind
I
you.
know. I know. She's hearing your voice.
Yes. She's in my heart.
Uh,
Bye,
Hey,
everybody.
everybody.